Back in the 19th century, when Sir Stamford Raffles was searching for the perfect location to extend trade between the West and the East and establish a port of call and trading post for the East India Company, he found Singapore. A jewel set at the tip of the Malay Peninsula. Strategically perfect, it has been at the crossroads of Asia for generations. But he could never have foreseen just how perfect Singapore's location would inevitably come to be. Singapore, the centerpiece of Southeast Asia, a vibrant melting pot of ideas, cultures and people that dazzles the cruise visitor with its diversity. While trade has always been the mainstay of this small island nation, today's visitor can expect a richness of diversity and tradition, set in a modern metropolis with an outstanding infrastructure. Singapore is not just a trade center between the West and the East. It is now a pivotal hub in the cruise line itinerary, either as a destination itself or as a stepping stone to other Asian delights. In short, Singapore is a unique experience. On arrival, Singapore has so much to offer the international traveler. This world-recognized skyline accommodates so much. Local in its perspective, but global in its outlook. Singapore is a city that has evolved uniquely, where age-old traditions and cutting-edge innovations are celebrated. A place brimming with unbridled energy and bursting with exciting events. A truly world-class public transportation system can whisk the visitor to most parts of the island in a very short time. From arrival at Singapore Changi Airport, rated #1 on many a traveller's agenda, to the cruise passenger terminal at Harbour Front, and through to the sophisticated shopping areas of Orchard Road, Marina Bay, and the ethnic enclaves of Little India, Chinatown, and Kampong Glam, all of which boast elements that proudly showcase the different influences that have helped build this nation, all living side by side, and each offering their own contribution to this potpourri of styles, colours, and flavours.
I think 2004, Singapore received more than 8.3 million visitors, which is our record ever for the most number of visitors to Singapore. But going forward, over the next 10 years, the Singapore Tourism Board has very ambitious targets to triple our tourism receipts and double the tourism arrivals into Singapore to 17 million visitors and 13 billion of tourism receipts. So I think cruise companies will find it very attractive having Singapore as a catchment area for visitors around the region to come here and enjoy a cruise product.
The Port of Singapore is the world's busiest port in terms of shipping tonnage and is visited by a growing number of international cruise lines, cruising being one of the fastest developing tourist areas in Singapore. The Singapore Cruise Centre is located at Harbour Front Centre, approximately 10 minutes drive from the city centre and within easy distance from other sightseeing and tourist attractions. The cruise terminal itself is located in close proximity to other places of interest, such as Sentosa, Singapore's island resort, and a forthcoming mega mall. Singapore Cruise Centre's facilities are compliant with the ISPS code adopted by the International Maritime Organization. A one-stop service centre, the terminal providing seamless linkages for cruise lines.
I think strategically Singapore is being in an advantageous position, being in close to many attractive places of interest in the Asia Pacific region, and there are many attractive ports of call around Singapore, such as Phuket, Penang, and then we have Koh Samui, and we can even go to Bangkok or Hong Kong. So basically the location is very important, and definitely our facilities are very modern. The people are very professional in terms of handling cruise passenger. So in these few aspects, I think Singapore definitely rank way up there as compared to some of the best ports in the world.
As a gateway to the region and surrounded by some of the most beautiful waters in the world, Singapore is a natural place for visitors to discover the unique pleasures of cruising.
Singapore has a world-class port facility, a superb natural harbour, and surrounding seas that are calm throughout the year. This factor makes Singapore an ideal hub for cruise operators such as Star Cruises. Importantly, Singapore is also a major air hub in Asia with excellent air links to major tourism markets like Japan, China, India, and Australia. These links enhance the air-sea connectivities of the region and enable us to better promote our cruises out of Singapore. We have been in Singapore the last 12 years. We remain committed to develop Singapore as a major cruise hub.
Singapore offers strong support logistics to cruise operators, whether it be small repairs to vessels, minor passenger liner conversions, or upgrading to ship bunkering services and others.
Port is excellent in every way, for passengers, for loading and offloading. I think every section in Singapore that we need is perfect. The airport is perfect. The planes coming in is perfect. The going through passport control on that is smooth and easy. You've got the best hotels. The modernization of the Port Authority is very high up. I mean, to every standard that I can see in every way. Singapore in everything, in every way is a jewel, and you have succeeded that. I think it's unique.
While Singapore Cruise Centre continues to serve international visitors, plans are afoot to build a new integrated cruise passenger terminal, capable of accommodating a greater number of international cruise ships and the larger newer generation vessels, while offering hotel accommodation, retail, F&B and entertainment amenities, all within the same complex. If Sir Stamford Raffles was around today, perhaps he would look at Singapore and its cruise port and possibly say, yes, my original idea was good, and yes, it still is. Singapore, a dazzling, diverse, exotic destination and gateway to Asia, but always uniquely